What's going on YouTube? It's Ferg Tactical and we are back again with another video. Today we're going to be shooting the Canik Mete MC9. Last video with this gun.
And that was a... You had one? Yeah.
This gun had a ton of failure to return the battery. So essentially what would happen is it would get stuck right here on the slide. Then when you pull the trigger, it will put it in the battery like that, but then you'd have a dead trigger. So that was primarily what was happening. I saw online that there were issues with this after I bought the gun. So there are actually 3 recoil springs for this gun. Canik sent me out the red one. I'll put a picture up on the screen. So before I had the regular one, they sent me out the red one. Hopefully it fixes the issues. So this gun naturally has a very stiff slide, so maybe that is part of the reason why it's having issues returning to battery. I don't know, but we'll see. Before we get to the range, I just want to include the ammo that I'm using. Somebody last video was like, hey, you know, next time, you know, just include the ammo you're using. So last video I used this, it was Blazer Brass 124 grain FMJs. This time I'll be using that as well, but I'm going to be using some Ammo Inc 115 grain full metal jacket. And I also got some Ammo Inc 115 jacket at hollow points. I haven't bought anything for this gun. I haven't bought a holster for it aside from the one that came with the gun. I want to make sure it runs first. So if it gets through this whole 120 rounds of ammo without any malfunctions, then I'll go to getting more accessories for it, like a light and maybe an optic. But as of right now, I'm not spending any money on it until I know it works. So let's go try it out. All right, we got 15 rounds of 124 grain and another 12 of 124. One malfunction so far. Okay. Another 9 rounds here of 124 grain. And another 50 of 124 in here. Snappy. You can tell? Number 2. One more failure so far. We're at 250 rounds. All right, so now we have another 15 rounds and another 20 rounds, but this time it's 115. So far we are at functions. I'm gonna have my coach shoot this one. How do you like the gun?
Actually,
you feel it though, it's a lot more snappy than the other one.
It is a little snappier than a normal 9, but I mean, as long as you...
Yeah.
It's really not that bad.
It's not terrible, but... Damn, I did it again. So I got 3 malfunctions so far. Again, did it again.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I had to test it. Alright, so we're at 5. Now we got another 10 rounds of 115 grain in this mag, and we got 15 rounds of 115 grain in this mag. Okay, we got the last 20 rounds. These are hollow points. 115 grains. See if it works. Little shit is hot. Got 4 rounds. I think that was like 8 or 10 failures, like 120 rounds. Okay, so we are back from the range, and the Canik did not get much better. The recoil spring might have fixed some of the problems. I was able to actually get through a full mag more than once, I think, without having issues. I'll put it up on the screen about how many issues it had. I think it was like maybe 8 to 10 at least, if I'm not mistaken, minus the failure to lock the slide back on the empty mag. But it definitely had like 8 or 9 failure to return the batteries, and I just can't trust my life with that. And I know some of you are like, oh, it needs to be broken in, but realistically speaking, if you look on Reddit, there's a whole bunch of forums or even other places on YouTube that have talked about the problems this gun has had. I emailed Canik before. They sent me the recoil spring. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth. I'm the type of person, I don't believe in breaking in firearms. I shouldn't have to break in a gun. Yeah, sure, run a few rounds through it, 500 plus rounds to break the gun in on paper, but none of the guns I trust my life with have had issues to the point of where I'm like, oh, you know what, I gotta break it in. If I gotta break it in, I'm not gonna use it to defend my life. That's just point blank period. None of my Glocks, my Walther, my CZ, none of them had to be broken in. Out the box, oiled them up, cleaned them, was able to shoot them with no problem. I didn't have to sit here and do all this crazy stuff, switch parts around to make it work. So if I have to do that to a gun, I'm personally just not gonna trust it. If I do change the part and it works, fine, but I don't like doing all that tinkering. I'm gonna keep it as a range toy at this point. Not even a range toy, because it's not fun to shoot. It's not a fun gun to shoot, and on top of that, I don't like having malfunctions. So that's just something that I'm not going to put up with. But yeah, even if you actually look at Coleon the War's review on this gun, somebody caught it. The gun did the same thing mine was doing, and it's not the first time. So this is a known issue with this gun. This does not represent the rest of what Canik makes, because Canik makes good firearms. I've shot other Caniks and not had issues, but it's this particular gun. I'm not gonna sit here and start sending stuff back and forth. I'm just gonna find another gun to replace the role of this gun. So I'm thinking maybe an MMP Shield, maybe a Hellcat, maybe a Taurus GX4. I don't know. Drop some in the comments if you have any suggestions. But yeah, so I am pretty frustrated though that this gun didn't work. I didn't look at any of the reviews on this gun before buying it, just because I heard good stuff about Canik. I figured this would be a good gun. It's not. It's pretty. Definitely a nice piece to have in a collection, you know, to look at. So but I can't use it. So got to go back to the drawing board and finding a gun in that micro size that works. Yeah, and that's really all I have to say about it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and people have told me, you know, oh, put it in the safe, lock the slide back for like a few days or a week and try this, try that. I'm just not that guy. So drop in the comments, let me know if you guys have experienced these problems. I guess I ruffled some feathers last video I posted. Some people were upset about how I reported on this gun, but my whole thing is being transparent and giving honest reviews. So I'm going to show how the gun performs. If your gun performs poorly, that's just what happens. That's not my fault. I'm not the one that is making these firearms. So if the gun doesn't perform well, I show it on video. If it does, I show it on video. I reach out to the manufacturer, give them an opportunity to give me a solution to fix it. If it doesn't fix it, I will then come back to you guys and show you as well the whole process that I'm doing. And that's what happened here. Nothing against Canik, you know, still like their other guns, but this one is just not it. it's really not it. So I don't know if I would buy another Canik firearm in this size, like the Mete MC9 Prime. I don't know if I'd buy that just from my experience with this gun. But I really should have done more research before buying this. I didn't. And yeah, that being said, you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything I should try differently with this gun. I may give it another whirl in the future. I have a friend that has the same gun, so we're probably gonna swap some parts and see if, you know, that'll get it to run. Maybe it's just something to have in my gun. We'll try it out. I may reach out to Canik one more time, but it's not something I'm gonna count my life on at this point. Yeah, I think as of now it's got about 200 rounds through it, and it's still having these hiccups, so that's concerning. Yeah, so that being said, I'm out. I'll catch you guys in the next video.